Shalom and welcome back to another episode in our series called Picture This from Egypt. Today we're going to visit this unbelievable temple dedicated to Hatshepsut, who was perhaps the pharaoh's daughter who took care of Moses when he was born. We've climbed to the second level of this Temple of Hatshepsut, and we're going to take a look at the shrine dedicated to Hathor. Hathor, a goddess of beauty, fertility. Picture how this temple was built in honor of course, Hatshepsut, but also this goddess Hathor, and we see now her typical headdress. These are pillars, and the capital, if you will, is quite decorative. As we see her represented, let's maybe get another angle of this with the sun in our favor. There is one of these head capitals of Hathor. She was typically represented by a bull. Could it be that when Moses comes down from Sinai, there's a golden calf built? Perhaps the Israelites were thinking of Hathor. This area dedicated to Hathor is also represented by a colorful wall still, the Ankh, this symbol of life, where we see this in really all temples, on pylons of temples, but just an amazing preservation of color here in front of us.
Oh, my friend, you were my husband. You look like a bull, which means super strong. Now the others,
here is Hathor as displayed on the relief of this wall. Perhaps this was the golden calf. This is the courtyard of the temple, but what we're going to do is move beyond this wall and see something interesting. And there's a biblical connection here, perhaps with what is now in front of us. It's a sacrificial altar. And this altar has 4 what we would call horns. Try to picture the Israelite tabernacle. God gave instructions to build it. It was a movable tabernacle in the desert for 40 years. It became more stationary at Shiloh. This particular altar here had a ramp and 4 horns, just like the one that would be built with God's instructions in the Sinai. The question is, who borrowed from whom? It's an interesting one, isn't it? But we can picture even the format of an Egyptian temple having a very similar altar, just like the Israelite one would eventually have as well. We're going to make our way into the holy chamber and what leads into the Holy of Holies. What's interesting is that in the days of ancient Egypt, their temples had a courtyard, a holy chamber, and a Holy of Holies, just like the eventual tabernacle did, used by the Israelites. The priest would enter this Holy of Holies twice a day, at sunrise and at sunset. Now, Hatshepsut was not liked and is not looked upon with favor in Egyptian history. Could it be that she was a woman who reigned for about 20 years? Could it be that she showed favor to the Israelites, specifically to Moses? Perhaps she took over the rule of someone else who was supposed to reign, as in Thutmose III. Here's our statue. Again, this mortuary temple here is in honor of her. So in other places, her statues were defaced, or the name written in hieroglyphics was erased. But it's impressive for us to try to picture how this temple was built and the grandeur of it in honor of this queen.
Original limestone, red color. And they rebuild it the same, they still rebuild the rest of the steps. Yes. And sometimes they found